Good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a good day. It's a little chilly out here today, so I don't have my door open, providing some of the light I usually get. It's a non monetary channel, so I don't have the finances to buy a bunch of that fancy stuff, fancy microphones and things. Um, what I do have is a heart that's full of faith and love for our God, for Jesus Christ, and the sacrifices they have both made. And I've been asked to make a video about how do we know or how do we feel when uh, God is talking to us, when God is showing us something. And I spent some time talking to Sandy, not a lot. Maybe I'll give a quick update at the end of this video on Sandy. But anyway, um, the things I've found, uh, knowing that God is feeling me, is I actually feel overwhelmed sometimes, especially when I'm praising Him or talking about Him and my faith in Him, and just I just get overwhelmed. And Sandy says she gets the same feeling, and physically I can actually feel a physical presence. I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of a cross between fuzzy and numb and just very, very satisfied and comforted, and just sometimes it goes hand in hand with the overwhelmingness, and I just feel God's hand on me. I feel that He knows how much I love Him, how much faith I have in Him. I feel that He is supporting me. He is letting me know that He knows my love for Him. And if I'm doing something, if I'm thinking about something, if I'm uh, wanting to accomplish something, uh, like probably many of you have, they say you get a gut feeling and go by that gut feeling. To me, I don't necessarily believe so much in gut feelings as I believe it being God focusing on guiding us to whatever direction we need to go in, and um, maybe the devil fighting him on it. So if we get this gut feeling that tells us uh, you should go this way, and we know in our heads it's the wrong way to go, I think that's the devil trying to convince us that we need to move in the wrong direction so he can win our soul. And when we get this feeling, that we know, that just, especially even if we feel it physically, um, that emotionally it just gives us a comfort or a sadness or whatever it gives us, that is God telling us, look, this sadness means that this is probably not the direction for you to go, or this comfort and this feeling that everything is right, everything's falling into place is from God telling us, keep moving in this direction, or shift just a little bit this way and it'll even get better. And we say everything in God's time, and I believe this wholeheartedly. When God is ready, He will show us, He will give us, He will um, support us in always to do what He is leading us to do. And we just have to follow our hearts, because where do we keep Jesus Christ? In our hearts. Where does our love come for God? In our hearts. Where does God shine down on us and fill us? In our hearts. So knowing that God loves us so much that he fills our heart with joy and love and understanding and compassion and truth. And, it's just amazing that the things he can help us feel when we keep our heart full of him, when we keep our faith full of love for him in our hearts. My head sometimes, I feel like it's just kind of crawling a little bit when I'm talking about God. And I know that's him telling me just keep talking, just keep believing, keep praying, whatever I'm doing for the moment. Keep going. Just keep going because that's the direction you need to head in. And when I say crawling, I don't mean in a bad way. I mean just comfort and just tingly, nice feeling that is just like overwhelming, calming, and peace. And I know that Sandy feels some of these same things because, like I said, I spent a little bit of time talking to her. And she said her biggest thing is she gets so overwhelmed sometimes that it brings her to the point of almost tears because she's so happy the Lord is talking to her, putting his hands on her, or whatever he's doing that's guiding her at the moment. It becomes so overwhelming that it takes over her emotions, and I definitely feel that too at times. I think when we go to God with questions, with prayers, and these sort of things, sometimes when we're done praying and at a later time, whether it be 20 minutes later or 2 days later, if we're thinking about that thing we prayed about and we feel this overwhelmed feeling guiding us in a certain direction, if we feel these um, physical presence, physical comforts, and overwhelmingness, that's God saying, okay, this is where you need to head for this prayer. Um, you know, I'm doing my part. You need to be guided this way to do your part. And I don't believe God necessarily fills the whole prayer, but I do believe He fills it sometimes by guiding us in the right direction to make what needs to happen happen so our prayers will be fulfilled. And I do believe that um, by guiding us, by touching us, by leading us in the right direction, um, whether it be by giving us an overwhelming feeling we're going in the right direction or the wrong direction, whether it be we're thinking if we do this and then we get that feeling in our body kind of numb and tingly and comforting and relief and just calmness, then we're going in the right direction. Or we get a tenseness and a hard feeling, kind of a scary feeling, we might consider that is that coming from God, or is the devil kind of attacking us, and uh, is that God's way of when the devil attacks us to give us fair warning? Uh, we don't. I don't know for sure. I just know that for me, if I get a bad feeling, if I get a really bad feeling, things won't work out, then I know that I need to keep praying to God and keep watching for His signs, whether I feel it, whether it's something that my mind realizes because God's touched my mind and showed me that if I go this direction, it will be positive, or if He's just gave me an overwhelming calm feeling or a physical relaxation or comfortable feeling, just physically, my whole body, even my skin and everything feels so comforted and so nice and gentle. It's just knowing that God is there, and He will always be there, and He will always answer our prayers. And just remember, when you want a sign from God, He'll give it to you. And whether it be a physical one that you can feel, an emotional one that just overwhelms you, or a thought that maybe, don't doubt God, or God has done this, so I know He's there. I think sometimes I have these same things. Well, I don't think I know. Sometimes I have these same things where I have to not really reset my mind, but remind myself that God does show us every day. God shows us in answering our prayers. He shows us in making steps forward a little easier, or uh, just giving us a calm or a sense of overwhelming because our prayers are being answered, and we just have to open our eyes. We just have to open our hearts and know that He is there, and He is showing us. Whether He's touching us or telling us or giving us the emotional support we need, it doesn't matter. Um, doesn't matter which way we perceive it. What matters is that we accept it and know that it comes from God Himself, and that we are one of the children of Jesus Christ. And with that, we have the ability to know that God will touch us. So, anyway, I hope this helps. I hope it helps. All I can tell you is mine and Sandy's experience. I am going to give a quick update on Sandy. Her dementia has progressed a little bit. Um, she actually recognizes that too, so sometimes it takes a little more time than others, making sure everything's all right. She was supposed to have an appointment tomorrow, um, that was going to help do some testing, some thorough testing and stuff, so we could figure out what kind of, or the doctors, not I, but the doctors could figure out what particular kind of dementia she had, so she could maybe be better treated. And that appointment got canceled, and so it'll be in March. So I was going to try and wait for the results of the appointment that she was supposed to have tomorrow, so we knew something a little bit more thorough on her. When I find anything further out on her, I will let y'all know. But right now, she's been having some good days. A lot of. I'm not sure why my video cut off, but I'm gonna make the end right here. Uh, I'm happy that Sandy's been having some good days, and we'll see how things go in March and go from there. But I really hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll make a video again when I get the chance. Y'all have a great day. Bye.